I just gotta say, August, run. Run like your life depends on it because ain't no stopping Fairy Tale from getting you next. You're the next one to go, bro. This chapter of Fairy Tale, is it just me or did it feel as though the whole Wendy Belserion, Irene taking over Wendy's body went really, really quick? It was the end of last chapter, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere around there that we got the whole thing with Wendy Belserion, Wendy Black. And this chapter, it's already been reversed and everything's somewhat back to normal. Obviously, they still got to deal with Irene, but I was like, this was quick. Hiro Mashima wanted to get this done quick, and I'm just kind of like, hey, I guess, all right. I mean, I was never too fond to begin with of the fact of why would you downgrade? I mean, I guess it's because of her whole mental stability of like, oh, I want to be an actual human. I don't want to have this dragon thing or whatever. But like, why would you downgrade from being one of the most strongest mages out there, period, to have a little girl's body just to be human? Again, it goes into her whole being nuts and wanting to kill her fucking own daughter or take her daughter's body, her newborn baby. So I get it in that regard, but as far as like, if you compare it to like body snatching from other different series, it didn't make much sense in regards to, you still got to fight these people, right? You're not going to be able to just do away with them easily. And I guess she was counting on the fact, like in this chapter, that Erza is not going to be able to hurt her because it's like, no, it's Wendy's body, we can't hurt Wendy or whatever. So I think that's what Irene was kind of counting on, but yeah, things went just haywire, and all of a sudden Wendy knows how to transfer herself into another body, and I'm like, I guess, I mean, she had the capabilities, and there's no denying that. That's why Irene was able to take her body to begin with, but Wendy being able to do that, that was like, huh? What? And then on top of that, the fact that, again, it all was resolved in this chapter. I mean, as far as the body snatching goes, I was just like, that was quick. That was really quick. Aside from that, I mean, I guess it was cool to see Wendy come back and help Erza, though we had, of course, that little bit of the boob slip when the blast went off. But yeah, it was cool to see, I guess, Wendy inside of Irene's body wrecking shit. And honestly, it looks as though probably the next chapter is going to completely, decide this fight between Irene and Erza. Personally, I'm looking at it like, okay, because I've seen quite a few of the feedback of people saying, oh no, we don't want Erza, which honestly, from the moment we knew that there was some sort of big connection between Irene and Erza, you kind of should have assumed, yeah, this is how the fight is going to go. It's going to be them two. I just hope that Erza doesn't completely wreck her. And that's what, of course, with Fairy Tale, one of my main concerns, which she probably is going to completely wreck her. But with Irene having these capabilities, granted, now she's a little bit weaker, so Erza could have a little bit more of a challenge, because you see at the end of the chapter, Irene is just straight up bleeding. It's like, holy fuck, what went down with Irene? But I don't want her to go down completely like a scrub. She's supposed to be one of the top of the whole Spriggan 12, and if she goes down real quick, it's going to be just like, again, August, run for your fucking life, because Fairy Tale with their Nakama love is coming for your ass. Aside from that, I mean, the whole chapter mainly, again, was just about Erza and Irene and Wendy and, being inside that body, which, again, it was like, one, why is Wendy able to use this magic? Granted, she's capable of it, but how does she know already how to transfer herself into somebody else's body? That was a little bit like, I guess maybe she's done certain different types of things like that, so maybe she's just able to use the same type of method to do it to another body, so I guess you could forgive that in that regard. But I mean, just overall, the pacing of this chapter was very, very fast. Like, that's one of the things that I have to stress, because it's like, it just went down. We just got this whole Wendy Belserion shit, and it's already been reversed, and I imagine, I guess that's gonna play into Irene's hatred even more. It's like, you motherfuckers, I just got a taste of being fully human again, and you took it back from me. I didn't even get a chance to go have a decent meal and enjoy what it tastes like to actually eat food and shit. So yeah, it was pretty quick, and I mean, it's setting up for the finale between these two. And again, for the people that are saying, oh, why is Erza fighting her? I mean, we already know that Erza has, some ridiculous fights. Like, a lot of her fights for the past few years have just been, oh my god, Erza comes in and it's because she's Erza. But I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case, because, I mean, we had Gray versus Silver. That was pretty dope. And again, for the people that didn't want Erza to fight, Irene, that's ridiculous. It's the mom and daughter thing. Same thing with Gray and his father. So it was going to happen. Let's just hope for the best, but expect the worst when it comes to this shit. So with all that being said, honestly, to put it brief, very quick, because there's not much to say other than the fact that it was a very quick chapter. Little bit of action in here. Irene looks like she's been weakened, so Erza's gonna have a less difficult time fighting her. But yeah, I'm just expecting that Erza is going to pretty much mop the floor with her, even though Irene should still be able to use some incredible magic and put Erza at bay. I mean, if she was able to send Acton Logia to bumfuck Egypt, she should be able to put up a decent fight still against Erza, even if she is weakened. Kind of curious to hear you guys' opinion. How do you feel about this whole fight between Erza and Irene? Do you think that she's just going to completely mop the floor with Irene? And what do you think about the pacing regarding Wendy Belserion? And she came and went. Like, do you think that was too quick? I mean, it could have lasted at least 2 or 3 more chapters. Maybe she said, fuck all this shit and bounced with Wendy's body. Do you think she was stupid to begin with to take Wendy's body, even though, yeah, it was a match, but the fact that you still gotta fight these people, maybe she should have taken out Erza first and then take Wendy's body, because that way, okay, the person that's mainly, you know, a threat to me at this point, okay, I get rid of them first, okay, I'm taking her body, I'm good to go. And overall thoughts of the chapter, honestly, I felt it was fine to good. It wasn't bad, it was just really fast, and the next chapter could be absolutely a train wreck, depending on what happens between Erza and Irene. Probably say this chapter maybe a 7, 6.5 to 7. It was fast, but yeah, it accomplished something that I guess in essence probably didn't need to be really long, because it was gonna end the same way regardless, Wendy getting her body back. I mean, did anyone really think Irene was gonna, no, Irene is Wendy now, that's the end, you know, they live happily ever after, and no, come on. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.